Okay, so to close this section off, I want to do something really cool. I want to run our existing test suite. Remember, in the previous section, we wrote a whole bunch of tests using React testing library and Jest, and we tested our app component and its responsibilities. We tested, for example, when the user is in login mode, that it logs the user in. And we also tested the component in other scenarios, like when the user is in the registration mode, and perhaps when the user does not provide matching passwords. So we have all of these examples of the component being mounted and interacted with, but we have changed the complete implementation of our component. We are not using a class-based React component. We are using a functional component with hooks. But the beautiful part about the React testing library ecosystem and its design principles is its goal is to test behavior, right? It doesn't care about whether you're using even React components or what kind of components. At the end of the day, it's rendering that to regular HTML on a virtual DOM, and then it's interacting with that content just like a user would. It's finding an element by its label text. It's finding a button by its text, right? It's agnostic of React. It doesn't care about those specific implementation details. So watch what happens when I run my test suite with npm run test. If you have this message pop up, by the way, you can press A and that will force the test runner to run all the tests. But here we are running everything and everything still passes. All of our original tests still pass. And that is beautiful. That is a sign that our tests are testing the right thing. They are testing the behavior. They are testing the purpose. They are testing the user value of the component without being overly concerned with how that component is implemented, how the JavaScript is written. We're testing the value that this delivers to the user. And as we can see, the form still does everything that it's supposed to do, and we don't have to change any of our test logic at all, even though we've shifted from using the older way of building React components to the more modern way. And that is fantastic. So we don't need to write any more additional tests because we are covering all of those scenarios right here with React testing library. And in the future, if, for example, the React team introduces a third way to build components in 2 years, well, hopefully, if we've built our tests in the right way and they are testing behavior, then our tests should stay stable over that change as well. That is always a good sign that you have written your tests correctly and that you are testing the right thing, is that your tests stay stable rather than brittle as the implementation changes over time. All right, so phenomenal news to close this section off, and I will see you in the next lesson.